God planted a piece of his heart on this earth. And that piece of his heart is me.
When does that feel?
Different. Different from anything else I've felt before. Just created a new emotion. Oh, wow. So is that what truth does? Is that what love does?
Awareness of.
Yeah.
Words do. When we are in the action of allowing.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not the words that's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's the meaning.
The words speaking about it, right? Bringing it into existence is the words.
Yeah.
That help that to bring the separation, the difference, brings the difference into the light.
Yeah.
It is always felt first.
Yeah. Because I know I felt it before I said it.
Mm-hmm.
And you did too.
Just as I was sitting here, the sprinklers come on, and it always scares me.
Yeah.
Just that split second, my heart jumps. And it's almost as if automatically, what is that? And then as soon as I say sprinklers, it's gone.
Yeah.
but it sure is a jolt.
Yeah.
Right in the center of the heart, because that heart just takes that quick beat.
Yeah.
Responding to the senses. Passed down. Passed through. Passed up. I don't know why we keep saying passed down. It's not like a passed up. Rising. Good morning, Ian. Good afternoon for
Hi.
you.
Hi.
Good morning, Ian.
Morning.
Welcome.
We were just creating a moment.
We are. Now we've got 3.
Yeah.
Just appreciating the silence. It's nice.
Well, we just created an emotion that was new, that was different.
And what was that emotion?
Well, you tell us, because it called you in.
No, I'm just getting peace, tranquility, peace.
Yeah, there you go.
Peace of God's heart. Instilled, given, passed on to every one of us.
Yeah, this new energy called to you, Ian. It called you in.
My heart heard the call and they came running.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
And the words just give it different flavors, different degrees. It's a new light, new life there. Gives it new life.
Yeah.
I've got a word for today, and my word is appreciation. I'm just feeling appreciation for all, for where I am now, and for all the people that have helped me. Like the universe has brought all the right people into my life to get me to where I am, because I have had a lot of help. I haven't done it alone. So yeah, just appreciation for life, for all the people that have come into my life to help me, and for how far that I've come.
Yeah.
And I've been at recently, I don't know if this will make sense to you, but I've been feeling the call to become more of service. It's like an inner call that I've been feeling
Yeah.
to be more of service. Does that make sense? It's like an inner feeling. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, just to become more of service. I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
feeling it. like I've done so much on myself now. I want to give back, and I'm just feeling it in a call to, you know, to give.
Yeah.
You're in that call, when you're embracing it, when you're surrounded with it, when you're feeling it. You're serving.
And it's from a place of actually wanting to help, not from wanting to prove myself or wanting to be seen as good enough. It's actually from a place of wanting to do it from the heart. I feel that I can feel the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. That's compassion, Ian. It's the prime motivation.
Yeah, before it was like, oh, if I do this, I'll be seen, I'll be good enough, you know. Well, now it's actually because I want to do it from the heart, because I actually want to help. I'm feeling the inner
Yeah.
call. It feels different. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
It feels different.
Yeah. Compassion doesn't make any sense. It's not rational. It's just a pressure inside that you can't explain.
Well, I'm going to build on your word with service. Serving. Appreciate. Service appreciates. Compassion. Is the gift that God has left behind, has left, not even behind, has left here for each of us. And how that feels.
I've actually learned, I'd say the past year, that actually does start with self, because I did used to feel compassion for others, but I didn't really feel compassion for myself. But now I'm feeling more compassion for myself. I'm feeling it for others more. So it does start from within. I've actually seen that the past year. It's different when people say it, but you have to actually see it and feel it for yourself. In the past year, I've been feeling it for myself.
Mhm. How would one know the difference from your perspective?
It's just the feeling it within. It feels different. It feels more authentic. It feels more genuine. It feels more loving. It's a feeling with the heart.
Could that be
It's a
because it
feeling.
is?
Yeah, it's a feeling with the heart, not with the mind. I think
Yeah.
that's the difference. It's a feeling before it was from the mind, but when it's from the heart, it's the feeling from the heart now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And it's peaceful
Mm.
and true. And correct.
Yeah, Craig, I was saying to Jesse, I think not yesterday, the day before, that I went to see my mom, and it was completely different, like completely
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Like the energy was completely different. I didn't take anything personally. I could see it was a wounding, and the way she treated me was different as well.
Yeah.
Like I never usually feel this off my mom, but like we went to Spirit Church and she was saying to everyone, "This is my son," and I could feel pride in her voice when she was saying I was a son, and I've never felt that before.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yeah. Is it
And
a
like
new
she literally like bought me a cup of tea. She's got like this museum in a village. She paid for me to get in. We went to Spirit Church. She gave a donation for the Reiki healing because we did a Reiki healing. She had donation based, but she's never paid for me for things before. It was just completely different.
Wow.
And I felt different because I just saw her in a wound. She got a bit defensive, but I just saw her in a wound, and I knew it wasn't anything personal. And I just give her love.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And I just heard you say that you felt a new emotion.
Yeah,
An emotion
pride.
that was
I know.
new to you, right?
Yeah, pride.
Wow.
I could feel it in the voice as she was saying it. It's something that I've never
Yeah.
felt before of her in her voice. It was nice.
Yeah. Yeah. You created a brand new experience with your mom.
And I actually saw like how much I do love her. Like, not that I didn't love her, I didn't think I loved
Yeah.
her. It's just my own trauma was getting in the way of seeing how much I love her.
Yeah.
I saw how much I do. It was nice. Do you know just that aha moment where you can see how much work you've done and how much you've changed? That was the aha moment.
Yeah. 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 And you realize you're living your own miracle. Your own miracle that you created. Oh, wow.
Because that is one of my true choices, to have harmonious relationships with my family. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The next one's going to be my sister because she's like 10 to 10 times version. My mum's one thing, but then my sister's like 10 times my mum. So I'm going to go up like next month, and I'm going to see it as a test now, though. I'm seeing it. Yeah. I'm seeing it as, this test. I'm seeing it as a good thing. I'm seeing it as a test to see how much I've changed, to see how much work I've done on myself. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually excited to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's feedback.
Mm.
Not really a test. Just feedback. Because in order to move forward, you need to know that something really foundational has changed, has shifted.
I even felt like I went to a Coco event, and I usually don't dance because I only usually dance when I'm drunk. I don't drink anymore, but I only used to dance when I was drunk because of confidence and stuff. But I got up and I danced, and I wasn't bothered. I really enjoyed myself. I was dancing, I was singing, and I wasn't asked what anyone thought. It was like I really wasn't bothered.
Yeah. 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 You're living in your own light, Ian. Living in your own light.
I'm bathing in it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Appreciating it, loving your
You
Yeah.
two can
life.
jump in, I don't mind.
Yeah. Yeah. And all those values are coming to the surface.
Mm.
Values. Yeah. Oh boy.
Give us the flavor of the difference while you were dancing.
Yeah. Flavors. Yeah. The flavors. Yeah. Yeah.
From the
Yeah.
new Ian to the old Ian, so people can see for themselves, because that is what has to happen.
Yeah. People around you are asking themselves questions.
Yeah, I feel like just by me changing myself, it's having an effect on other people because they're like,
Yeah.
they're seeing that in me, so.
Yeah. A lot of the feedback you're getting is energetic. And that's new to you as well.
I watched Craig, I think you posted one of those videos in the group, and it was, how do you know you're listening to your intuition?
Yeah.
And it was like, first step is, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
I think I'm learning that intuition's always positive and loving.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's negative, it's fear. So that's what I'm learning. So it's always positive and loving and supportive and encouraging, and it's always a beautiful voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Your intuition
Soft.
knows. Yeah. Your intuition
Soft
knows the
and steady.
difference between dark energy and light energy. And it tunes to that. It like, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Your feedback has been a lot brighter.
So it's
Let's become brighter, even the leaves on the trees look brighter.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
The
Because
grass looks
everything
brighter.
changes. Yeah,
The water looks brighter.
yeah, yeah.
Even my smelly farts smell brighter.
That's good. Yeah, there's a different frequency to them. A different frequency to everything, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? I swear my farts don't stink.
Well, not if you don't. If you don't fart, then they don't stink.
But the miracle when you do fart and they still don't stink.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good morning, beautiful souls.
Morning.
Good morning, Sandra. Welcome. Inviting you into appreciation service, servicing appreciation. A piece of God's heart's left here for each of us. To pull it out, put it on, and show the world. And just feel what that's like.
Yeah, we've been playing with our 5D senses this morning. And we created some brand new emotions, or emotions that are new to us.
Celebrating the challenges. Appreciating the courage. And enjoying the experience. What's possible when we can appreciate ourselves? We can be compassionate for ourselves. And we can let our light shine. And allow with focus on pride, proud, proud of who we are, where we're going.
I know I shared this in the group, but I'm going to share it again now. I received a letter I put on the group, didn't I, saying about like my health and life expectancy and stuff. And in the past, it would have really floored me, and I would have been overthinking it. But this time, I just felt this inner peace, and like no one can tell me about my life expectancy. No one can tell me that, and I just felt this inner peace and inner calm, and I just felt like even if I did change form tomorrow, I would die happy. It just was completely shifted. Just in this internal acceptance and peace around it. And I know Craig can feel that. I think he can anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
Craig's a
yeah.
feeler. Craig's a feeler, so you know. He's like a lie detector test, Craig. He knows if you're telling the truth because he feels it.
You know, it's interesting you bring that up, Ian, because just before this call, it came to me that the predominant pattern in humanity right now is actually to plan your own death. Everybody on the planet is planning their own death. As if it's inevitable. Assumption that death or leaving this earth plane is inevitable. And the vast majority of people have agreed to that and participate in it, participate in that pattern. Like people get older because that's part of that pattern. You know, we live in a body that was designed to last forever.
I love remembering that.
Yeah, I do too. You know, it has every capacity in it to heal itself. It's built into the model. Spontaneous healing. You know, I keep running into people these days who basically defy the pattern. And I know I've mentioned this in this forum too, like my physiology and everything in my body's telling me that some switch got flipped and I'm actually getting younger.
Yes.
And I don't, yeah, exactly. And I don't know how that happened, but I think what I'm starting to understand is that there's been a DNA activation that's happened. And it's spontaneous.
So a flip has been switched on. I was telling you about this series called The Power, where these young girls have like in their collarbone is something that gets turned on,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then they have all of this electricity and power coming out. But you know, I think somewhere along humanity, you know, when we forget where we came from, the switch either got shut off or somewhere between being born in this realm and now. And if we as we get a chance to be fortunate enough, and that chance can be made by many means, many ways, our electricity can come on. And
Yep.
I think it can even come on and we not recognize it for what it is, because we're not seeking power. It's like the fish that's in the water, and the big fish comes and says, "How's the water?" And it says, "What water?" We don't even know. We don't even know the power. And so, you know, cobwebs and darkness and other stuff that's made to be preeminent and
Yeah.
focused on and important, like going to school and getting good grades. Oh, what
Yeah.
low achievement levels of existence. And
Yeah.
so where's the switch? Where's
Yeah.
there is a switch. And so, you know, hey, your switch is on. So yes, you're got electricity going through all of your body, your cells are singing, your blood is dancing, your mind is invigorated, expanding, no limits. I mean,
Yeah.
and then to live, like, instead of living to the A's and the B's and the jobs and the diplomas and the jobs and the careers, we're living out to infinity. And I'm hearing Ian, it's like such a peace, because the body does not define the life. And so
Yeah.
when we don't let the body define the life, it's like infinity existence. And I can't say from your perspective, Ian, but from your share, it's like you already are living an eternal life
Yeah.
that most of us don't think of. Where's the water? Most of us don't think of. And those who die, the death of dying and gone, and the spirit is scared of existing, their switch didn't get turned on. They stopped at body and fear and what didn't I accomplish all over the very few years. It's like, this is not it. And you know it and you feel it. And we get to experience the expansion of the horizon that you already see. And it's a blessing that you share it with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So unselfishly, so unselfishly.
Yeah. What you're living right now, Ian, is very prophetic.
I'm just enjoying the ride.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're living prophecy. You're living the truth of the future.
I was on a
It's a time warp. Because you're not living to die anymore.
I
That's what
feel like
that's what I was saying before.
if I died tomorrow, I'd be happy.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if I've got a year left, if I've got 20 years left, I feel like I've achieved what I came here to achieve. So any extra time is just a bonus, and I just feel at peace with it and happy.
Yeah, yeah,
From the outside, I know people are like, "How the hell has he done this?" But, you know, it's what they call I'm entering a new world. I feel like I'm entering it. I'm at the gate.
yeah.
I didn't understand that. Say that again, please.
Like I feel like I'm at the new world and I'm at the gate.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah.
mm.
There's a scripture that says, narrow is the gate that leads to life, and few there be that find it. That's exactly what I heard you just say.
They just came to me, them words. I never even thought of that before. They just came to me as we were talking.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I know I found that gate too.
I feel like before it was surrounded in like maybe like these high weeds and I couldn't see it, but I feel like they will be chopped down now and I can see it.
Yeah,
Overgrown weeds, overgrown plants. I couldn't see it, but now I
yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah,
Someone's
Yeah.
just got a lawnmower and gone, "Zzz," and now they're all gone now.
yeah. Because the gate's narrow. The gate's narrow, which means it's pretty easy to hide it.
Yeah, and that's the painting that I have from the door. The thick, heavy iron cast door covered up with weeds and vines and leaves. And yet there are flowers blooming off the vines and bees buzzing. And you don't see it until you seek it. Or let it be. So Craig, can you say again, you were saying that discovering feelings or
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying what was on my heart, and I recognized a brand new emotion that I'd never felt before.
what was that emotion?
Can't describe it. It was just new. I just knew I'd never felt it before.
Did everyone get in the word whole?
Yeah.
Maybe feeling whole, like completely whole. Whole, complete.
Whole. Yeah, correct. True.
I heard peace and courage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All of those things. It's like,
Like personally, I've been feeling like I am embodying more of my higher self. I'm becoming more conscious. always been there, but I'm becoming more conscious and I'm embodying more of my higher self. I've been feeling it.
Yeah. Yeah.
More of my true self, more of my authentic self.
Mhm.
See, I don't want to describe this because it's beyond description. It's much, much bigger than that.
Mhm.
Beyond human words.
Yeah, if I describe it, it'll collapse. And I don't want it to collapse. I want it to keep expanding. It's an expanding emotion. It's kind of a, yeah, it has a motivating energy in it.
Mm.
Mhm.
And that's the important part. That's very significant, that it's a motivating energy, a branch of compassion.
So I'll share what in the picture of my mind that was in my heart when I first got here.
This will
I
be good.
felt like what you say.
I said, this will be good.
I felt like as I was calling in, my clothing transcends into early 1800 centuries. I don't know if you're familiar with the Bridgerton balls,
Mm-hmm.
Old English fine gowns, gentlemen with long tailored
Yeah.
attire and stiff
Yeah.
bosoms, women wearing gloves and carrying fancy fans and beautifully eyelashed to express what words doesn't happen to say. This my first ball, but didn't know I was going to. But as I reached that door that I told you about, and
Yeah.
I stepped over the threshold, I was totally adorned in the appropriate attire and a very champagne colored light sparkling gown. And I arrived. The ball is full and the population is who's who of who. And there you were wearing being courage too. I stepped in and saw the emotions of peace and joy and dancing and sing and a whole lot of other feelings there. They did fling, energy popping from one side of the room to the other, and the music struck up in the strings to make you want to sing, but you wouldn't sing because the music, it said everything in the sound and in the ring. And before I knew, a gentleman so perfectly intriguing, almost interrogating, saying, enjoy, feel, dance, sing. So many emotions, anticipation. Am I enough? I am enough. And that wasn't coming from me. They were coming from someone else along the wall. And then another gentleman would take another lady, and without singing, they dance in the ball, moving around in various harmonies and emotions of passion and glee. And everyone just let down all their gates and just enjoy the joy to be. This is what I'm invited to when I make this call and go over the door. and step into the spirit of spirits of emotions that have no names and no more doors. Oh, the ball of life. It lives a long time, no matter your age. Youth is so divine. You could be 50 or 102 or just 16, stepping out to be always new, always new, always new.
Oh boy.
And even when you leave the ball, you take the ball with you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna head off now. But thank you for the call, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you for obeying
Thanks,
the call
Ian.
today, Ian.
Much love.
Peace, Ian.
Much love.
Bye.
Big love to you. Mm.
Thank you, Queen C.
Thank you, Jesse B.
Mm.
Mm.
Just all those emotions in that. All the metaphors, all the stories in that visualization,
Yeah.
the synchronicities. The connections to Ian's stories, the remembrance of my gate, my path, my lesson, my feedback was you can't go alone. You can't dance alone. You can, but it's better with others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just different. So that's appreciating the difference, which is where the awareness, which is where the words, which is where the feelings, which is where the peace and the calmness create the space to notice the subtle difference. So that our intuition can guide our light, guide our path. Because there will be challenges to something new. And it will feel courageous, taking the step, opening the door, stepping through something new.
Yeah, there's a leap. There's a leap of faith involved.
Which is a choice. There's that choice point. Can always stay on the same path, living the same thing, choosing the same way, experiencing the same thing, or
Mm. Little Cindy was prophetic this morning.
Just enjoying opening the gate.
Yep.
Meeting your prince.
Accepting the invitation to dance.
Yeah. Yep.
Who sings that song? If I can get the tune in my head. Dance with me, come dance with me, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love you. You love me. I don't think it's the Osley Brothers. And together we sing. Dance with me, come dance with me, baby. Dance with me. I'm gonna work on that one today. Find it. See if I can find that song.
Mm. Reminds me of the latest version of A Star Is Born. The one with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. And anyways, he finally gets her to his concert. And she's in the wings. And he goes up to her and says, I did a version of that song you wrote. It's kind of shitty, but I did it. And he said, I want you to come and sing it with me. And she says, no, I can't. And he says, all you got to do is trust me. It's all you got to do. And she still kind of says no. And so he heads back to the microphone and he looks back and says, well, I'm singing it with or without you, because I just have to sing it. And he heads back and starts singing it, and she can't stay in the wings. She's got to participate. So she comes out and lets her rip. I'm going to sing it with or without you. But I'm going to sing it anyway.
Better together.
Yeah.
Music will call you out, especially when it's the rhythm of your heart song.
God planted a piece of his heart on the earth. And that piece of his heart is me.
The melody is seeking presence.
You muted, Cinderella.
I'm seeing if I can find something that resembles the song that's in my head.
Mhm.
Come dance with me, baby, dance with me. I can't, I guess it'll come up as the day goes on. Goes, I love you, and you love me, and together we'll be. Does it sound familiar to anybody? Together naturally.
Not ringing a bell yet, Cinderella.
Yeah.
Need the backbeat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. I'm serious.
I believe it. I believe it. Mm-mm. I remember there was a time when I was answering the question for myself, what do you want? You know, when you think of your life full. And I said, I want more music in my life. It's like, you know what? You can actually have that. Just play more music.
Mhm.
Just play more music.
Anything we want, we can have more of.
Yeah, it's like, what do you want? Well, what's stopping you from having that? What's really stopping you from having it? Nothing. Nothing.
Just a child's belief that we can't. We don't deserve it, that we're not good enough,
We're not allowed.
we're not allowed.
Well,
we're
like
not
we really have
capable.
to get permission.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone has to tell us. waiting for instructions, waiting for approval,
Permission.
proving, all just ways we as children made up our world to be. Keeping us from hearing the challenge, from accepting, from allowing the challenge, our intuitive challenge, our passions challenge. Waiting for it to drop in our lap. Our mind running so fast. Either thinking about the past and all that we've avoided or need to avoid, worrying about tomorrow, the future, everything that needs to get done, bypassing what's really here, what's now, what's in front of us, what we're feeling right in the moment.
Mm.
That is the whole. The mechanics, I shared it earlier. I'm sitting in silence and space and just feeling, and my sprinklers out there in the environment, my sprinklers pop on. It scares me every time.
Mhm.
My heart jumps, right? Poof, poof, takes off. And the moment that I say, oh, it's just the sprinklers, it fades away.
Hmm.
That happens all the time when something out there, it's responding, reacting to my environment. It's a built-in mechanism. I'm grateful for it. As soon as I can put my attention on it, as soon as I can give it words, I can name it, I can label it, then I can choose what to do with it. And like Craig, when there's something new, we're exploring it and expanding it. See, that's where fear, I want to name the fear so that I can let go of it. I can step through it. But fear is constricting, it's limiting, it's negative. And if it's positive, I want to build color to it. I want to amplify it. I want to keep momentum, keep propelling, keep compelling, keep it growing. And so just want to add color to it. Not so much name it, but just keep fueling it.
Yeah, there we go.
Mhm. Mm.
So aware, is my space expanding or contracting? Are my thoughts expanding, contracting? Are my feelings, emotions? Just to be aware of them. Not contain them, not diffuse them, but just aware. Aware whether I'm dancing with them or I'm fighting with them.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
Mhm. Am I oriented to avoid rather than allow? And I think that's where we were speaking about death earlier. And it's so much like we use that as a ultimate, like a existential is, oh, we're so worried about it that we want to do everything to avoid it. And that's just a version of fighting it, of being fearful of it.
Yeah, and at the same time, we're planning on it.
In an unconscious way, that is exactly what we're doing. We are creating it.
Yeah, it's like when you go to the doctor and they say, oh, you have cancer. So then you're working to minimize it. It's so much focus on it
Mhm.
that we're actually creating more of it if we don't
Mhm.
understand how to own our power and choose what we want instead of what we don't want.
Yes. We're still fueling it.
Yes,
Feeding it
feeding it.
by trying to avoid it because it is in existence, and what is in existence and what we focus on is fed.
Right. Which tree are we eating from today? A tree of life or a tree that leads to death?
My mind is thinking, but you're speaking my words. When you stop being afraid, then you continue to eat from the tree of life. But it's so much easier said than done when it's not you that's confronted with it, you know.
Mhm.
It becomes another exercise of beingness that you literally have to leap into your choice of how you choose. And sometimes, like circumstances, they themselves are not the circumstances. It's just a sign saying, you know, go this way for that or go this way for that. You get to choose your journey.
Yes. Information, feedback, guidance, direction. or something scary that we have to avoid and run away from. It's all how we orient to it.
Yes, yes, yeah.
And it appears to me that one way keeps it and continues and keeps the same thing in existence over and over again until we learn the lesson or allow it and move past it. We acknowledge and accept the feedback and are ready for something new.
Mhm.
So silly when you zoom out and look at it, wondering why most people can't get out of the situations that they are creating is their default. It's their choice over and over and over again to avoid the challenge, the call.
Keep
Until they're
maintaining,
looking for
maintaining
something.
death. Yeah, insisting on it.
Encouraging fear by thinking they're avoiding it. Controlling it.
Yeah.
Controlling versus allowing. And it's all different for everyone. It's not the same one, not the same flavor.
That's the value of differentiation.
There'll be uniqueness. and the importance of sharing and gathering together. Because we all learn from each other's.
Excuse me, I had to step away.
Okay.
They I live in a HOA area. They don't know always get my little area for the details. So the door that I'm making a little picture of was closed, and today I see the shadow of an opening. So I'm emphasizing the opening.
It's amazing. Congratulations. I assume that means good things.
Yeah, all good things.
Meaning it's like opening leads to the way most of us orient to opening is expanding. No, kind of feels complete for me.
Yes. Just gonna put a few more touches on my painting and get my walk in and get some applied work done.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just left on my walk too, actually.
Mm. What does your view look like where you are?
Well, the sun just came up about an hour ago, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah. Clouds all over the place, but it's not overcast. It's been hot here though. It was 102 yesterday.
102. Ooh. Ooh. That's a little warm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Arizona. I'm not used to this part of the year. Pretty sure
Why you
that's
not-
why all the Canadians come down here for the winter and then they leave. Most of them are gone by now,
Mhm.
and I understand why.
Arizona. Do you ever leave?
What's that?
I said, do you leave yourself sometime, or is that
Right.
just you're getting used to it?
I'm just getting used to it. This is a temporary location for me. I really don't know where I'm going to end up.
Do any of us?
As a home base.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't have a home base right now.
Why is that?
Because I basically got evicted.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, you probably haven't heard the story. Yeah, I was living in Oregon I was there for 17 years. And, yeah, I went through a really messy divorce and ended up getting evicted from the home that I own.
How long ago did this happen?
October or end of September last year.
Okay, that puts a lot of stuff in perspective.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was going to eventually happen anyway. Only because you seek peace, and
Yep.
Being or coming into or taking authority of being your own predominant creator. We can't be, that we can't be responsible for the choices that other people choose to live in, and that environment was not you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Sorry I missed the party.
It had a death grip on me.
Mm.
Which is kind of an interesting way of saying it, but that's the truth of it. Yeah.
You got a taste of better existence, and that does not tolerate an enslaved, poisonous environment.
In fact, for the first time in my life, I'm not responsible for anybody else but me. Like literally.
It's another form and rite of passage.
I have an opportunity to start my childhood all over again
Yeah.
now. But as an adult, which is really cool, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Return to innocence.
And you don't have to carry anybody else's luggage. And you can choose to repack your own as you desire. Nobody's time or nobody's forced time or nobody else's agenda.
Yeah, for once.
My thing is, as you allow and invite other people into your space, in your heart and into your mind, is retaining your you being you.
Yeah, and my you being you is actually finally getting some exercise.
Yay!
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Yeah, yay is right. Long time coming. I look forward to these days for many decades. We're finally here. I had to leave that life of death behind. That was really hard.
It's hard to leave what's familiar, even though when it's not good.
Even when it's deadly.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Well, good for you. Good for you. Welcome to the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Dance all I want. That's why I keep coming back to you people. Because I'm dancing here.
Yeah. Jesse knows how to host a party, man.
Yep.
Just when we gather. Gather, break through, and scatter.
Well, and now I can encourage other people to take the leap. You can't do that until you've taken the leap yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. You encourage people by being who you are. It's not like you have to encourage people though. You being you, it shows them it when they're ready to see and be. They'll gather.
Yep.
But it's nice not having to be responsible for other people's emotions. And we never have to be, but for some reason we kind of take it on, like our emotions become more embodied when we help other people's emotions, but that can be very toxic.
That's part of the twistedness of responsibility, as we tend to understand it. and realizing that the only responsibility I really have is to my own heart.
Mm-hmm. You can share the energy off of it, but you never have to give it away. You share it. Well, congratulations, my friend. Happy birthday.
Happy rebirth day.
Yes.
Starting to know what resurrection life feels like.
Mm.
That's where that near-death experience fits in.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be a physical death. It could be a soul death.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, not yeah, but not a soul death, but a 3D, a self-consciousness death. Because the soul is the part that lives through it.
Yeah.
Even the physical death, soul lives through that too.
But sometimes we don't strive to live until we feel like our soul was actually threatened, and it thrives to live, and it lets you know a change is coming, baby. A change has got to come. Because I refuse to die. If you don't fight for me, I'll fight you to fight for me. Mhm.
There's been a lot of signals in my life that were kind of saying, why don't you just die already? A lot easier. A lot easier if you choose it.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
I kept fighting it. I kept fighting the whole death thing.
That's when people who don't
I knew
think.
I knew it wasn't physical death, but I wasn't familiar with the other one.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now I know both.
Mhm.
Experientially. Narrow is the gate that leads to life.
It's called making a choice.
The gate is actually death.
How many times must I die to be born again?
Only once.
Mm.
Gone through the gate.
I feel like I've died several deaths. Just to be born again. At a different level.
There's a whole lot of miniature ones.
Hmm. But they don't feel like the minis when you're the one going through it. They feel like
No.
they feel like Sanford and Son.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Make way. I'm coming.
I'm coming home. What's his wife's name?
I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I forget her name too. I'm coming home.
This is the big one.
This is the big one. Yeah. The trick though is living that death and staying here. Big
Well,
message.
that's when you wake up and say, "Oh, I'm still here."
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, exactly.
Oh shit, it's not over.
Yeah. Because when you're in the middle of it, it doesn't look like you're gonna survive it.
Right.
It doesn't look like you're gonna be still here. The last 6 months or so for me have been a realization that, yep, this is over and I'm still here. I completed that, and I'm still here.
Mhm. Martha, I'm still here.
Which is a key part of what I was sent here to live through. Of course, the timing of it is impeccable.
So how old are you now? In Earth years?
In Earth years, I'm 64
Yeah. Okay.
and a half.
Is your birthday in July?
In October.
Oh, what am I? Oh, you know what? I'm
End
thinking I'm
October.
at the beginning of the year. Why am I thinking I'm at the beginning of the year?
So I'm kind of sensing that we're close to the same Earth age. Cinderella, I don't know for sure, but
Yeah, I'm 64.
oh yeah, okay. Very interesting. But you know, the timing of all these events is just impeccable.
Oh yeah.
Because, there's a lot of people that are walking up to that gate right now. Taking a look. Yeah, the Earth age really isn't a factor.
What isn't a factor?
I said the Earth age really isn't a factor anymore. It was until I went through the gate, but now it's not. 'Cause it's all relative. Then everything is relative.
Yeah, we give it the meaning. Or we get the meaning.
And in higher dimensions, nothing is relative. That's the weird part. Our perception sees them all the other way around. Our 3D perception, all the other way around. It thinks that death is life and that life is death. The word think is a real big clue. The thinker can't tell the difference. Thinks it can. That's the hilarious part of it. All it can do is rearrange dark energy. It's why it runs away from the light. Away from the light. Dancing in the dark.
Until your switch is on and you recognize it's your switch and you switch it on and you are the light.
All kinds of things come to light. the dark has become comfortable, familiar.
That was then and this is now.
Yep.
Mhm, okay. It's being clear.
Most of humanity's in that spot, in that familiar dark spot. And we just keep maintaining it. We keep giving it a form of life. Keep feeding it.
Yeah.
Keep insisting that we're broken.
Well, like you said, you're at an oasis where you're responsible. You get to be responsible for just you.
Yeah.
And in doing, being your best you, you,
Being my only me. The only me that's ever been true. There's only one. It's that piece of God's heart that's unique. And has me written all over it.
Mhm. I've painted more on this picture than I anticipated today. I have not gotten out from my walk, but I need to make that happen.
You got enough to chew on, Cinderella?
Man, I am chewing, I'm digesting, I'm all good. I am so good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Are you?
I'll be chewing on this for easily a couple days now.
Mhm. Yep.
It
All
just
good.
gets like that. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for being the space.
Thank you for sharing yours. And Jesse's graciousness of staying present with us.
Didn't realize how much I needed to get this out of my heart. So
Mm. You've come a long way, baby.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just starting to get to be fun and interesting.
Yeah, let's get this party started in here.
Well, the party's already started
Yeah.
going. Feeding it. Feeding the party.
fueling the party. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, Jesse. You
Will do.
too.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
Jesse,
thank
for
you.
sticking around.
Yeah, thank you.
Peace and love.
All right, till next time.
Okay, love and hugs, everybody.
Yes. Bye.